This is Austin. This is round 3 of Tier 1 Season 2 in the Exotic Racing Series. It's going to be 28 laps around the Circuit of the Americas in wet conditions. 5.5 kilometers, 3.4 miles, 20 corners, 11 to the left, 9 to the right. And Austin is the live musical capital of the world, while Texas holds the highest speed limit in USA at 85 miles an hour. That's why there's a Formula 1 track in Texas, maybe. But it is Merckx third in the championship on pole position ahead of John, who's currently the championship leader on 30 points. But with Tommy's help, maybe Mercedes can get a 1-2 today, who knows. It's lights out and away we go. Who's got the best jump here? I think from P5, Tom has got a brilliant start. He's in between the Mercedes and the Red Bull, and now he's challenging the lead as John gets down the inside of Merckx and takes the lead into turn 1, and they are going 3 abreast behind them with Merckx and Tom and Merckx. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen between the 3 of them? Tom has to get back out of it, and Merckx almost lost it behind Doggy Falcons. Oh, someone did lose it. Is that Tommy? Yep, at the back of the field. Oh god. So from P3, he's down to P19.
Tommy getting taken out. Hey, where's the truck?
And Genji is trying to challenge Renzo, I think. Yes, they're going side by side down the back stripe. Renzo apparently having the better straight line speed. But Genji tries to brake later, and Renzo actually locks up and goes deep into the corner. And Leo is now watching from behind, looking at the 2 in front, going side by side through turn 13. Renzo will go wide again. Can Genji get a better exit? Not really under full wet condition here. As Renzo once again has to defend into turn 16, but he's kept his P6 for now. He started from the back with his teammate. Oh, someone has lost it almost. That's DC coming out of the final corner. And also Numinami is on the inside of Raidmeister into turn 1. Who's going to be the lightest of the breakers? Raidmeister is trying to hang around the outside, and he does so. He will get the inside of the next corner, and Numinami has to stay behind. But behind them, Birkin does take P12 from DC. So improvement of 7 positions in less than 2 laps for Birkin. Well, Tommy actually, who's alongside Stanley and getting the cutback. Perfect move from Tommy. And Tommy takes P17.
Birkin has a really good... Oh, in a moment of oversteer. Oh, he was just about to go for Numi there. Yeah,
that was a commentator's curse almost. And Raidmeister stands it onto Marco. But he's done the move quite cleanly. Marco will get a better exit, but on the outside here, he has to settle in. Actually, Raidmeister has to lift through the corner because he was on the wrong line. And Marco slightly taps him. However, there shouldn't be any wind damage from that tap.
Oh, Marco has a moment of oversteer. Numi pretty much got him now.
Ooh, that's going to be very tight. Because turn 10 is a very tight corner, but Numi is sending it into the hairpin. Surely he's going to outbrake himself. Yes, he does.
Yep,
Marco
back.
And Birkin, is he going to be able to get a better exit than both of them in front? He will get a double toe here. But he doesn't look like to have the better straight line speed. He's closing in at the braking point, but he's decided to be cautious as Marco brakes too late and pushes Numi wide. Now Birkin sees the opportunity and decides to go 3 wide. He turns in. They're still going 3 wide, coming out of the corner. Someone's gonna back off. Neither of them does. And Birkin gets the inside of turn 16. What a brilliant move from the AlphaTauri driver. Oh, someone's wide. Someone's really wide in front. That's Marco. He's completely cut through turn 6, I think. He probably got a swap of oversteer. So he had to cut one of the S's. So as a result of it, he's dropped down from P11 to P12 and dropping further away from the point pain positions as Aliero is down the inside of rough into turn 12 and rough. That, oh my, what? Where did Christ come out
Rough,
from?
the moment that Ruff had that oversteer, Christ comes on the inside.
And now Ruff is very unhappy. He's sending Ruff back down the inside and barging Christ out of the way. It's a bit of a retaliation from the Ferrari, and he turns in. I mean, Tommy has cleared both of them actually. It's up into P15 goes the Mercedes, who started from P3 down to P19 in the initial stages and now back up into P15. So, lap 5 of a 28, I beg your pardon. John, after taking the lead into turn 1, is holding a 2-second lead over Doggy Falcons as Raidmaster gets past Leo in turn 16, I think.
Yep, that was a really clean move.
Yeah, I didn't really... Doggy has made a mistake, and so does Leo. I think Leo just lets Birkin go. So that's probably a CRL swap there. Oh, Mr. Auto 4 has passed Tom into turn 12, but Tom is on the inside. In turn 13, they're going to go side by side through this very tricky section under full wet condition. And Tom is going to get the switchback, and back down the inside goes the Williams. As he retakes P4, can the Red Bull get a better exit? No, he can't. A brilliant fight for P4, but Tom holds on for now. Mr. Auto 4 has had to continue because Doggy pitted this lap. So that's going to be quite a lot of time lost for Mr. Auto 4. He's had to do another lap on the blue wall wet tires, and that's not great for Mr. Auto 4 as they're coming out of the pit. So John is still in an effective lead position with Doggy in front of Merckx. That's P2 and P3, and look at Randall. Look at Randall, he's side by side with Tom into turn 1. So Randall is now very close to the back of Tom, and he will get a run through the first sector, but there's no way through here. Mr. Auto 4 has already been passed by John. That's how much time he has lost by going on another lap on the set of wet tires. He's probably lost more time than double stacking. He's definitely lost more time than double stacking. So he has thrown his... Yeah. He's throwing his P5 away, and I believe Renzo is seeing an effective P5 now, and Mr. Auto 4 is going to be... Oh my goodness. That's some really good drifting here. That's incredible drifting.
He's doing some Ken block through the corners.
But he's got to be careful because Doggy Falcons is coming. Mr. Auto 4 has to pit. He lets Doggy go before he goes into the pits. Can he brake? Yes. Good job. Good job, driver. Good job. And Mr. Auto 4 is going to come out right his foot! Adiero sent it into DC and probably didn't see Auto 4 coming out of the pits as Numi gets a 3-second penalty, but Adiero has passed DC into turn 1. That's a full send from the AlphaTauri. Up into P12 goes Adiero and down into P14 is Mr. Auto 4. He would have probably been P8-ish if he had double stacked. But he chose to do another lap, and that has cost him a dear ton of time. And he's getting very unhappy with Dan. Dan needs to get out of the way here. This is a legit... And Dan's getting the cutback. This is not obeying the blue flag conditions as DC went in the back of Adiero. This is getting crazy here with the lap car. DC is now trying to go around the outside of Adiero into turn 16. That's not going to work because Mr. Auto 4 has put his nose on the inside of DC. But they are all still getting affected by Dan because even if he's ghosted, his car is there. And sometimes the drivers that are on the lead lap cannot see the, see the apex clearly. And they may get a penalty behind the lap tires. Dan now gets out of the way, finally. Good move.
And DC almost lost it, by the way.
Oh, that's why he's dropped down by 2 positions here as Mr. Auto 4 and Tommy both drop past him. Into P13 and 14 go the 2 drivers, and Tommy, braking too late, has to completely cut the corner to avoid Auto 4. That wasn't a move for overtaking. That was because his braking point is so much different compared to Mr. Auto 4. So he had to make a move to the inside. But now he's finally, this time he's standing it because he knows the Red Bull brakes quite early. He's just about given Mr. Auto 4 a cast whiz on the outside as they are now going to approach from the camera. They're still side by side. Is Tommy going to go wide here? Yes, he is. He's being handed out to dry, and they're still side by side through the penultimate corner, and they both use the IndyCar line through the penultimate corner. And Auto 4 hands on to that, and Tommy spins.
Yep.
And he resets the track. And he retires
and
on
he
track.
retires on track.
And
Perfect.
there's no points for Tommy. So after 3 races, he's still not got a single point after showing immense pace in qualifying. So Numinami has retaken P9 from Leo, but he does have a... Oh, Leo, yeah, Leo is... I think it's Leo's lag, isn't it? And Raidmeister is looking down the inside of Renzo. Renzo goes deeper. Raidmeister gets the perfect line through the apex, but he's on the wrong line in the next corner. He's gonna send it into turn 13 though. Has he got the traction? Oh, they almost made contact. And Renzo somehow keeps P5 as Leo now actually passes Genji. This is not lag anymore. He's on the inside of Genji through turn 16. And why is Genji using overtake mid-corner? Or is that a bug from Codemasters? P5 to P7, Genji is pitting. Genji is into the pits as Raidmeister is looking down the inside, around the outside of Renzo. He's trying to find a way through here. Can he get a better exit? No, Renzo parks it on the exit perfectly. He literally parks it on the racing line. And there's no cutbacks as Renzo. What's Genji doing meanwhile? He's only...
Mediums? What?
What? Let's watch Genji. No. No. Clearly not. What are you doing? What on earth are you doing? That's a send. Ooh, Mr. Auto 4 has scared Marco out of the track. He went for the inside. He didn't really went to the inside of Marco, but he showed his nose and Marco got scared off the track. And now, Mr. Auto 4 getting a better exit. We'll try the move again, go around the outside of turn 12. It didn't work last lap. Is it going to work this lap? He's going to find the cutback again, but he's on the wrong line again for turn 13. He's going to try to hand around the outside this time. Can he find the overlap? He's there. He's there. And he does it this time. Marco will get better traction on the racing line on the outside, and he will get the inside for the next triple right-hander. And Marco retakes P10. This fight for the final point painting position is going hammers here without the usage of DRS, as Mr. Auto 4 has gone all the way around the outside of turn 1 of Marco. But Marco has got the racing line. Mr. Auto 4 push him slightly wider. They're going to go side by side through the S's, and Mr. Auto 4 has to back out of it. But Mr. Auto 4 and Marco, they are all on 3-second penalties, and Mr. Auto 4 this time gets the inside of the corner, and by using all of his overtake. But Marco is now using his, and down the inside goes Marco. They're leaning on each other. Marco makes the corner. Mr. Auto 4 is still on the outside. He'll get the inside of the right-hander. They've gone side by side. Now Ardiero sends it into both of them and pushes Marco wide. And Mr. Auto 4 has somehow kept his P10, but now Ardiero sent it, and Marco sends both of them. There's still 3 wide coming out of turn 16. And who's going to come out top here? DRS has been disabled, and there's contact between Ardiero, who didn't see Mr. Auto 4 on his inside. That's a poor mistake from Ardiero. Or poor move, rather. But they are all surely going to pit for dry tires because DRS is now enabled. I beg your pardon. But some of the front runners haven't pitted. John hasn't pitted. Doggy hasn't pitted. It's merged into the pits. On a set of soft goes to the end of the race. Tom has also put on a set of soft, but Renzo has chosen a set of mediums. So that might be a mistake for the Haas driver, as Numinami is coming out of the pits behind Leo. So 4 drivers haven't made their pit stop, and that may be, well, maybe a mistake. We shall see. And out of the pits is John. He has a 9-second lead before he pitted, so even by undercutted by Merckx, he's still fine and in the lead. But Merckx is... where's Doggy Falcons? He's only coming out of the pits.
Behind Merckx.
The gap is already 3 seconds. Can you believe that? And look at Leo. By pitting 1 lap earlier, he had undercut Raidmeister, and Numinami is going to go side by side with Raidmeister. Not really. Raidmeister is stayed ahead, and into P7 is Raidmeister, but he's lost the position to Leo by virtue of being undercut. Well, once he can try to go for is to pit at the end of the race as, well, Well, no time for that because Numinami has gone down the inside of Raidmeister into turn 12 and he's made the move stick. Up into P7 goes the McLaren. Oh, there's fight. There's Numinami. They're going 3 wide into turn 12. And someone is wide, that's Birkin, as Renzo is now fighting with Leo on different tires. But Birkin, I think, has done a double move into turn 12. So Birkin, after starting from P19, is now up into P7 and rapidly closing in on Renzo and Leo, who are battling throughout turn 12. And wide is Renzo on those medium tires. He's not being able to find the grip, but he's still down the inside of the Paloma corner, and he gets a warning or a penalty because of it. He had to leave space for Leo on the outside, and he picks up a penalty on himself. And now, Birkin is closing in really fast. It may be P19 to P5 for Birkin today, as Doggy Falcons has actually closed the gap to Merck from 3 seconds to 1.5, so he just needs to stay there. He will be able to take that P2, but obviously he wants to pass him on track, as now, very close is Raidmeister onto the inside of Numi, who doesn't have any overtake left to defend. So up into P8 goes Raidmeister, and down to P9 is Numinami. Birkin, meanwhile, is right onto the back of Rendo. I think the medium tire strategy is the wrong one here. As well as Rendo gets understeer out of the penultimate corner, and Rendo... He has to leave him go. He has to let him go. He has to let him go. But this means Raidmeister is now right on the back of both of them. Birkin made a mistake there, because he again didn't anticipate how early Rendo's braking point is, and now Raidmeister has tapped Rendo's back. So Rendo's medium tires braking point is catching all these softer runners out, as Numinami has now also caught the back of this queue, and Mr. Otafo is going side by side with Aliero through the S's. He's done the inside here. He has to back out of it again, but he's right on the back of both P10 and the P11 here, as someone is standing. That's Birkin into Renzo. As Mr. Otafo picks up another penalty, that's a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. The Raidmeister will get the better traction. He will get the double slipstream, and Raidmeister pulls to the outside, and he's going to do a double move here on the back straight of the Circuit of the Americas. And Birkin is going to try to break down the inside of Raidmeister, trying to keep its P6. He's going to try to squeeze Raidmeister out, but Raidmeister is still on the inside of turn 13. And Birkin is squeezed out of turn 13, but will get the inside line. We can hang on there. He will get the inside line of turn 16. Goes Birkin, and he's retaken P6 from Raidmeister, but he's got a shaky exit coming out of turn 16. And Raidmeister gets a better exit and gets P6. A brilliant double move from the Renault driver to take P6 from Birkin, from Renzo, and now Numinami is right on the back of the train as Mr. Otafo has passed Aliero, who's made a mistake somewhere because dropped it down by 4.5 seconds from the P10 fight.
What a fight here. This is a really good one.
It's not over yet, because all of these drivers are on literally no overtake. They're all under 10%, apart from Raidmeister, who's got 40%. Renzo breaks really deep into turn 1. He's really struggling with those medium tires. He's got a level exit compared to Numinami, but both of them are using overtake. Numi will have the inside line through this part of the corner. They're going side by side through here, and Renzo has to back out of it, because he is on those... as Mr. Otafo sent it into Marco through turn 1. Marco gets the better exit and gets the cutback, and up it back into P10 goes Marco, the Ferrari driver. He's back ahead of the Red Bull, and these two are once again going head-to-head for that final point-paying position. And Mr. Otafo is definitely the faster driver here, but he's not being able to pass a very aggressive Marco. Birkin, meanwhile, is right on the back of Raidmeister, but he doesn't have any overtake to use, and Raidmeister is not using his either, so this means Birkin will have an opportunity into break-ins of turn 12. He's down the inside and breaks way later compared to Raidmeister, but he's made the corner, so Raidmeister gets the perfect cutback and retakes P6. Birkin standing it into turn 13. But he's sent it with some margin, as Otafo has passed Marco on the back straight, and up into P10 goes Mr. Otafo. Is Marco going to resend him into turn 12? No is the answer, but he will get the cutback. But Mr. Otafo holds it on the exit. Marco is now going to send it into turn 13, and Mr. Otafo closes the door, and Marco spins as a result of it. Yes, and now Birkin is finally down the inside of Raidmeister into turn 12, and up into P6 goes Birkin. Yeah, because I remember Renzo was really close to the back of Tom. Oh! Tom has passed Doggy Falcons. It's not really meaningful, but it's a good one to watch, because Doggy Falcons has hung it around the outside of turn 12. As Birkin now passes Leo down the back straight. Leo is trying to retake the slipstream, and Raidmeister comes out of nowhere, and he's being pushed wide by Leo. And now he's standing down the inside of Leo into turn 13. Leo is trying to head around the outside. He will get the inside for turn 16. And he's managed to brake on time without hitting the back of Birkin. They make slight contact on the corner exit. And Raidmeister, does he have an overlap on the inside? Yes, he does. He's on the inside of Leo through the triple right-hander. They're going to go side by side through the penultimate corner. And Leo still has the inside line and holds on to P6 for now. These two are all on 3-second penalties, so this is a legit fight for P6 as Tom is right on the back of Doggy Falcons, and we are on the final lap of the race, on lap 28 of 28. Leo is closing on Birkin, and what a send from Raidmeister! He's hit the apex perfectly, what a move from the Renault! I'm not sure if there's contact, because I didn't really... Oh!
Yep.
That's lag. That's surely lag. There's no way Leo does that on his own. But that's going to be still potentially a penalty as Tom gets another penalty behind Doggy Falcons. So Raidmeister's P6 has been destroyed by Leo's laggy car. I don't think Leo would have done that on himself. And Raidmeister now gets a 10-second penalty because he was trying to get back onto the track. That will be removed at the back at the end of the race as Tom goes around the outside of Doggy Falcons into turn 12. Doggy is trying to hold it on the inside. He's not going to be able to do this. He's trying to go around the outside of turn 13. They're going side by side through turn 60 as Joe is approaching the final corner. It is 3 wins from 3 races for Joey, the second season of the Exotic Racing Series. What a dominant drive for the Alfa Romeo driver. He's got 45 points under his name after 3 races as Merck takes P2. Because he will, even after the penalties, be ahead of Doggy Falcons, who is going to hold on track over Tom. John, he actually did have 6 seconds of penalties. Interesting. So he finishes 9 seconds in front of Merck at the end. After making the move into turn 1, he never looked back. That's 3 wins after 3 races for the Alfa Romeo driver. Merck with another strong drive, and this will put him only 1 point behind Doggy Falcons in the championship now, because the Red Bull driver finished in P3 ahead of Tom, and a fast-charging Birkin from P19 to P5 ahead of Leo, who's got really bad internet today for some reason. I don't believe he's had internet issues before, so this might be just a anomaly. As Numinami takes P7 after starting from P11, so not a bad race for the reserve driver in the McLaren either, as Randall takes P8 after that terrible strategy onto the medium tires. Mr. Otef4 also had contact mid-race, but he recovered to a P9, and one of the most unfortunate guys today is definitely Raidmeister. He definitely had P6 under his control, but he should finish in P9 because that 10-second penalty will get removed, so he's probably going to be ahead of Mr. Otef4, but that's all for post-race to be decided. And Marco misses out points yet again for Ferrari by 1 position, so Ferrari will still be on 0 points after 3 races, the only constructor without any points in this season, as DC finishes in P12 ahead of Adiero. Shares Genji, Stanley, Dan. Genji picking up the fastest lap and the point to go along with it. The non-finishers include Tommy, who started from P3. And well, he's still on 0 points. That's unfortunate. And Ruff and Kreis also retired from the race.